All right, what a great rendition of our national anthem done there by Chris Barkley. Unfortunately, we can't hear the band play, but we can still take in his glorious voice.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's been on tour with us since our second tournament right here in Oshawa. He's done a fantastic job, and he was very disappointed. You know, he wanted to play so badly, and he's got that competitive nature because he is an ex-junior hockey player as well.
Right.
The Dudley Hewitt Cup is this weekend. He's actually a champion of the Dudley Hewitt, so he was a very, very good junior A hockey player as well, an even better country music singer as well. So if you get a chance, head to chrisbarkley.com and check out his great music. A great up-and-coming artist from right here in Ajax, Ontario as well.
Yeah, you mentioned the Dudley Hewitt Cup. I didn't know Chris had been involved in that, but Georgetown's taking on Trenton, two
Yes.
OJHL teams battling for that, and then the winner gets to go on to the RBC Cup. I was there in 1996. Newmarket, back then they were known as the Newmarket 87s, not the Saints that are in this tournament here today, but back then the Newmarket 87s were trying out for the very first RBC Cup. Before that, it was called the Centennial Cup.
Well, now we know right now, these guys on the ice, they're competing for the Mobility Shop 3HL Champions Cup. And, I mean, if you've been following us all season long, you know the guys in the blue shirts, the Milton Flyers. They have been absolutely unbelievable, winning 3 tournaments so far this season. So this is a team that definitely, obviously coming in, is a big-time contender. This Markham Millionaires team, though, we'll get to in a little bit. They have a lot to prove as well. They've had so many tight contests. Sure, they've only filled their pockets once so far. So you see the money leaders there as well. So the Millionaires near the bottom of the totem pole. But this Milton team, I wouldn't say running away with the competition, but because they've won those 3 tournaments, they're just such a strong club.
Well, 25K for them, followed by Guelph. And 2 teams yet have only 1 win each, Oshawa, Markham, and Kitchener. And I came in before the Markham Millionaires, and I said, we have to pay for parking here? And they said, no, on the weekend I believe it's free. I said, what do you know? Millionaires get free parking. Had a little bit of fun.
Oh, yeah, and I mean, you talk about it. It took a long time for this Markham Millionaires team to have any money in their purse, and it was pretty funny seeing near the start of the year all these teams with a couple of K beside them, and the Millionaires had 0. So hopefully for them, they can fill their pocket, climb up that ladder as well, because I do think they do have a very talented team. They just haven't really been able to string, a full 14-minute game together. And you talk about these starting goalies here. You see Dave Davenport. Wow. He's been unbelievable in between the pipes. He was listed our #1 goalie as well. But I know you've seen Daryl Rothen once before, and they call him the human highlight reel for a reason.
For a very good reason, indeed. Yes, indeed. So all the goaltending has been excellent so far. That's the thing. When you think 3-on-3, you're thinking, are the goaltenders really going to suffer? And no, that's not the case. The goalies have been outstanding. Sure, there's lots of chances against them, but they're standing on their heads, making sure that they're in each and every contest.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You know, sometimes in these games, it's the goalies that are really stealing the show. And I've been very impressed. These 2 goalies definitely near the top of the maybe not with Daryl Rothen, the top of the statistic board, as well as Dave Davenport. But, I mean, he's made some show-stopping saves, and we're underway here.
And we are underway. Dave Davenport of the Milton Flyers has played in 13 games, 2.15 goals against average. His record is 11 wins and 2 losses. They're hoping to improve with 12 wins and keep going. So here we go inside the Markham end there. Steered towards the front of the net, tipped off his stick. Back towards the blue line, punched down around the corner by John Gleed, who's wearing #4. This one's backhanded, and coming out is Rothon now. He takes a look, and is he going to play it himself? Then he just dishes it off to the side, Pat. Pass up the right wing side. There is no offside, so you can get all the way down the ice. Here's Bonello now in back of the net, sort of misplayed it now. Neat little touch pass. There's a change on the fly as Markham gets a new set of legs out there. Pass goes awry, looking for Daniel Zweep. Good poke check there off the stick of 3D, Didi Omedi's watching his man now as there's a new player out on the ice as well for Markham. That's Lilu, number 13. He's out there with Zweep. Zweep's trying to win the battle there. Now it goes back over center. The high-flying Flyers now. looking to assert themselves. Here's a great opportunity. The first good scoring op, and the human highlight reel does what we know him best for. It's a great stop there on a pretty good chance. Here's another opportunity. A big shot, scores! An absolute blast. Devin Didiomidi, 3D, makes it 1-0.
And the human highlight reel doesn't have much as a chance there.
No.
You have Devin Didiomidi, known for being a little bit of a grinder, a tough player, but I mean, it just shows the skill that this guy has. An absolute ripper off the pipe and in.
Yeah, low glove side, and as you say, Rotha, not a lot of chance on that one. Although here is a chance now. They keep it alive. Tristan Fairbairn plays this one ahead. Fairbairn lost an edge there as he got over the blue line, got himself back up, fires, scores right along the ice under the right pad. So Fairbairn goes down, gets back up, and scores a goal.
Tristan Fairbairn has put a fair amount of pucks in the net this season, but I don't think he's ever gone top shelf this year. It's always either on the ice or just a little bit. Not the prettiest of shots, but it tends to get the job done.
Well, yeah, well, if you could score along the ice, that's a tippable shot for sure. You don't mind standing in front of it, so a good hard shot low is a great thing. And here's another opportunity now. Tries to tuck that one in again, not top shelf, down low. Battle in back of the net now, reversing. Nice little pass and getting in motion there. The pass was intercepted there by number 17 for Markham. That's Nate Donaldson. Here they come the other way. In over the blue line. Bonello takes a look, leaves this one in the corner. Howardchuk now. His dad's playing at the Scotiabank Pro-Am Alzheimer's Research Tournament for Baycrest, and that was a nifty little job to take the puck away, and here comes a 2-on-1 almost, if you will. Pass across, stopping up, and again slid right along the ice, 3-0 there. That was Justin DiBenedetto.
Justin DiBenedetto with his 7th goal of the year in 10 games. This guy has been a great addition for this Milton team. So much skill. This is a guy that's put up plus 90 points 2 years in a row in his OHL career with the Sarnia Sting. So,
well, there's one upstairs under the crossbar, and things are starting to look less welcoming for the Markham Millionaires there, as it's 4-0.
And you know what? This is not a great sign for this Millionaires team. A very similar start that we saw up in Saugeen Shores. But you got to be happy with this for this Milton team because, you know, of course they've won their 3 tournaments so far, but they've come out slow almost every single tournament and turned it on in the second and the third game. If they hit their stride here, who knows what they can do here at this Champions Cup tournament.
Yeah, one has to wonder. Here they come once again. Carson Devine looking just that. Back to number 4 on the back end there. John Gleed with it. Devine once again taking a look, shoveling a pass across on the back end, and here they come the other way with some speed. Adam Lilu. He's got a man with him. So Cox with him. No, that's McEachern with him there. McEachern now picks up the change, throws it in back of the net, but Lilu had to pick up his twig. He dropped it on the way in back of the net there. So a long pass. Connects down ice. 3D has the puck. Drops it off, but it wasn't expecting. I thought that would have been back on over.
And they do. They call it once they touch it up there.
So just for those maybe who just getting a taste, why is that rule in place?
So they, you know, the 3HL decided to add that in because we found there was a lot of teams that we found that there was a lot of, you know, players pushing the puck back to their goalie or back to defenseman, trying to kill clock, have that possession. So it really forces offense, as you see Milton trying to score here.
Yes, indeed.
It's very similar to over and back rule in, you know, lacrosse or in basketball.
Right.
Oh,
I thought that one went in. It went off the pipe, I believe, upstairs, and it draws an ooh from the crowd here in attendance.
And from the color commentator.
Yeah, no kidding. And they still maintain possession, Milton does. Milton versus Markham, Game 1, Champions Cup.
The other you know, 6 teams right now got to be worried because this Milton team looks like a well-oiled machine in this first game.
They certainly do. Ryan Halbeck now takes a shot. Not a lot of work here for Dave Davenport to do. Here they come the other way. This is Jesse Messier. He had a great-looking warm-up. He threw a few buttes on net. Scored a few highlight reels in warm-up, and it's often indicative of how you're going to play.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Jesse Messier brings a ton of skill to this team. 7 goals, 3 assists on the year. But he also brings a veteran leadership, captain of the York Lions, and also captain of the St. Michael's Majors as well. So, I mean, if you're captain in 2 very high leagues like the OHL and CIS, obviously you're doing something right.
You have to be extremely skilled indeed. They had a chance on Davenport there, but that shot the other way finds the twine, and we've opened up a 5-0 game with time winding down in the first half.
Yeah, that's definitely a goal that, Daryl Rothen's going to want back. He loves his glove hand, and, that just goes right through him there. Matt Whitehead is a sniper, but that's definitely a goal that he's going to want back. And just 7 minutes left for this Markham Millionaires team, who has struggled to put the puck in the net at times throughout. It's a tall task, but we know that it can be done. Daryl Rothen's going to want to, really shut the door here. So you see the bracket up there. The Milton Flyers, if they are to win here, they will play the winner of the Newmarket Saints and the London Thrays, which is up next. So we're going to have that second half of this game come up just in a few moments. It's looking like the Milton Flyers are going to punch their ticket to that semifinals, but as we know, goal scoring does not come too hard in the 3HL, so we'll see what happens in the second half.
Indeed, and we are underway with that second half, so the team in blue heading in the other direction now. Nifty little move, but it was such a good move. He threw himself off balance, and Matt Whitehead throws it back. He gets it back now. Pass. The man in the high slot area, shot on net. That was almost a half-hearted attempt at the net, it seemed, if you will. Now, down by 5, are you just trying to get one to sort of get the ball rolling and sort of break the spell against, you think?
Oh, absolutely. I think you got to start taking a little more chances, which they have tried to do, and kind of let Daryl Rothen out to hang a couple of times. But, I mean, if you get one, who knows what can happen. The momentum rolls your way. But with 6 minutes left, this is an example where you really need to push the issue. Right.
Now, do you ever get called for too many men? Because, I mean, it's a long change, and you have to change on the fly most time, right?
So absolutely. It's, the refs do a fantastic job trying to count everyone on the ice. It is tough, but there has been some calls for sure.
Sure. 2-on-1. Look at that little skate move there. We got a little TFC action going on. Not only are you enjoying some iced hockey, some nifty footwork as well. Here they come the other way. Markham laying out and taking away the passing lane. Just a tremendous job. Saw that in the Edmonton Oilers game last night, but don't talk about the finish with me, pal. I was up past 2 watching. And there we go. Millionaires pick up a goal.
And that's the one goal you need there. Andrew Manel, I think he's been one of the best players for this Markham Millionaires team. If not, you see the little nifty move there. Fakes out Davenport and goes top shelf. This is a guy that's played, pro hockey in Europe and played NCAA Division I with Robert Morris. He's been a fantastic player for this Millionaires team and a very, very timely goal to hopefully get this team back in this game.
He sold the pass, and then Davenport bid for it. Now we got a chance again. A great stick there. Doesn't allow Howardchuk's pass, centering pass, to get across. There was Jordan Forfar doing the honors. Great job there by Bonello. Now he steps down, takes a look, makes the pass across this time. Too well marked there. It was Jesse Messier covering the Markham player. Markham, though, is feeling the ropes. Everything's been happening to our right in this game so far. First frame, it was all Milton, and now Markham's starting to feel pretty good as they've had some possession time in the offensive zone. Back it goes. McEacher now rims this one around the wall. That was a little too rich, and Halbeck has to chase it, though. Can't come away with it, though, as Devin Didiomidi did for a moment there. Didi had his pocket pick. There's a pass across. Looking for Halbeck once again. He's too well covered in the corner, and there's a strip in back of the net. Sweep, Daniel Sweep. Put that one off the skates and way up in the air, and it hits 2 players in midair. That's pretty interesting. You hang around a hockey arena long enough, you'll see most everything.
Lucky bounce there for Markham, because I think Didiomedi was gone to the races there.
I think so for sure, my friend. Well, here they come. Sort of slowing down the game a little as Tristan Fairbarn had to adjust. Bradford native, dad too as well, as I've seen on Facebook. Nice young family he's got there. Fairbarn's got it in the corner. He came up to me in Aurora, said hi. I hadn't seen him in quite a few years. It was awfully nice to see him once again. A tremendous young man he is. I can say young man because I'm twice the age of everybody out here. I feel like it anyway at times. Here's the captain. Nice little pass. They slow things down just a little bit. Spivak. Fairbarn. Oh, and then we've got Rotha and a gamer. He's not getting called. The arms stay down. Now the team's gathering and watching in their gear. And the runways here is Spivak. Nifty little pass. You almost have to have eyes in the back of your head here to figure out where the pass is going to go. That went up and out of play there, so we got a souvenir in the crowd. Young man running to go and pick up the puck if he can find it. Hurry up, face-off. Nobody's in the dot, but the puck was. Here we go once again, gathering some speed. Whitehead. Devine tries to put it up and over, and Rothon says, no, you do not. We've got one. We're just down by 4 now. Bonello misses the net on that hard shot. Kept alive, though. Zweep pucks that one towards the net. Missed upstairs. Ooh, and that was a bit of a gamble there as Howardchuk sort of pinched a little. And they come the other way. DiBenedetto. Racing into this one is John Gleed. Rothon. He's been great. He settled things down after giving up nearly half a dozen in the first half. Howardchuk's shot goes off a stick in back of the net. Into the corner it goes. Halbeck hurries after it. Great little pass for McEachern who just came off the bench. There's a really hard shot. Davenport just absorbed it, bounced off him, and it's coming the other way with some authority. Here they come. Shot upstairs, good snapshot. Missed the net, though. Still inside the zone. Now over center. Halbeck waits as Milton's making some changes, as is Markham as well. When the teams get up by a few goals, do they sort of back off? Are they taking the foot off the gas, or am I just imagining it?
No, they definitely do. They try to play a little bit of a possession game without, going back to your own end with that over and back rule. But yeah, maybe that's the reason why Markham's been able to get a lot of offensive pressure, because Milton has taken the foot off the gas. And you don't want to, because then you don't want to develop bad habits getting into the semifinals, into the finals game as well.
Exactly. Well, here's a 2-on-1 shaping up right now. Howardchuk shuffles the deck, and Davenport says, oh, no, you don't. Reaches out, grabs it, settles it down, heads the other way. Fairbarn. He was actually waiting at the blue line, it looked like. I guess hockey habits don't die easily as Fairbarn gets that one, though. He was sort of waiting at the blue line. It's almost human nature when you taught your whole life. You got to wait and go for the puck. It seemed like Fairbarn's like, oh, wait, I don't have to hang on here, do I?
Absolutely not, but he knows he doesn't have to hang on to that puck, because he had almost no time, had to one-time it, and beats Daryl Roth in there.
32 seconds to go in this opening game, a 6-goal lead.
Oof.
Rothon makes a great save once again. Net came off the moorings, and Rothon hangs on, but they check the clock and say, well, we're pretty much out of time. So Milton, to their credit, just sort of backing away and letting things wind down. Bonello. See if we can have one for the bus ride home, as they like to say, and that's chopped at in midair. And that's going to do it. Time's going to wind down. So a bit of showmanship, sportsmanship at the same time.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like we said, the games do get intense, but everyone does show some sportsmanship, and that's an impressive win for this Milton Flyers team. Markham, putting a little bit of pressure on in that second half. Daryl Roth, you got to tip your cap to him, really settled down, played much better in that second half. But you look at this Milton roster, just so much explosiveness, so much scoring. You've got Justin DiBenedetto and Devin DiDimetti. I mean, they were absolutely on fire. Carson Devine as well. This Milton team, no doubt, winning 3 championships on this tour, coming in as a heavy favorite. But like I said, they always start slow. Today, that was not the case.
Okay, so it looks like Markham going home, Milton moving forward. We'll be back in just a second with our next game. It's going to be Newmarket and London after this.